Hey, Coco, Lindsay Schnell from USA Today. Your tennis teammates were just in here talking about how the last few days you had been saying, who are we going to nominate? You know, none of us stand a chance of being the flag bearer. It's not going to be a tennis player. So I guess my question is, has it sunk in yet that it's going to be you?
Yes, no. I mean, I found out 2 days ago. I don't even know at this point, but no, because there's never been a tennis player before, and I don't know, I just didn't think I would be that player, but I'm obviously super grateful for my fellow Team USA athletes for nominating me and allowing me to hold this honor, and I think it means even more when it comes to the peers around me, because they're obviously excellent at what they do, and for me to be a part of that excellence means a lot. No, I haven't met him yet, so I don't think I'll have the confidence to do that. But my team is really nagging me about getting pens from him, so I will try to ask him for 5 pens for my team and my captain. I need 6. But I don't know, I'm kind of scared.
I think you can get one in. And then, what would your younger self feel about this moment? How do you think she would react to you being the flag bearer?
Ooh, honestly, I have big goals, and I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. And honestly, flag bearer was one of those things that I just never thought would happen, especially, even though tennis is like an Olympic sport, but, it's not maybe the most popular sport for the Olympics. So I just didn't think that was even a possibility. So I think she would just be really surprised in doing it alongside one of her idols, like Lebron is. I don't know, I've watched so many Heat games on TV in person. I've seen him in person a couple times. I've never met him, but I think I would like to say I've met him.
He probably knows all about your tennis career, not just Have they given you any instructions of what you will have to do during all this? That's my first question.
No, I'm literally going in blind. I was looking at pictures of other opening ceremonies, but I don't think anyone's ever done it on a boat, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
And do you think you're going to have, one of those little girl or little boy childlike smiles when you sort of take a step back and realize, gee, I'm doing this?
Yeah, honestly, walking around the village last night, so many people came up to congratulate me, and even some of the people who on Team USA who I guess voted for me, who I didn't even know, they were like, yeah, we were one of the people who nominated you, and we couldn't have asked for a better person, and it just means a lot. I was very emotional when I was talking to my mom about it, and yeah, I did cry when I wanted to cry when I found out when my whole team was there, so I went in the corner and did it. But it was just I truly am in shock, and I don't take it for granted, and I'm gonna try to take it all in, and I know this will be a memory I will remember for the rest of my life.
If I can do you have any idea what this is gonna be like when the moment comes?
Well, I just hope I don't drop it. That's the only thing and I hope it's not too hot. Those are the 2 things I think I've been thinking about the most.
I'm curious to know your relationship with Serena. Have you been able to lean on her at all in this process, and maybe what some of the words she's shared with you about what to expect and how to get through this on top?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really have a super close relationship with her. I mean, when we see each other, she's, obviously very friendly. I've met her multiple times, and she's given me advice over the years. But, since she's moved on to other things outside of tennis, I haven't really seen her in person, honestly. So I haven't really gotten a chance to speak with her. But her and Venus are always idols of mine, and for me to be the first tennis player is crazy, because obviously they're the best in our sport, and so that's why I don't really take it for granted, and I almost feel like I'm having a little bit of imposter syndrome, but I am going to try to just take it in and be happy for myself.
The opening ceremony or for competing?
Oh, okay, sorry. That's okay. I'm not nervous for the opening ceremony, because I don't know, I feel like we just hold the flag, so I don't think I can mess it up too much. I am a little bit concerned about the height difference. Is my arm gonna be up here while he's holding it? I don't know. I thought it was 2 separate flags, but I was looking at a picture, they hold it together, so I don't really know. But obviously competing, I'm a little bit nervous. Obviously it's my first Olympics, but I'm just trying to take it in and pretend it's Roland Garros because it's at the site and it's in a familiar area, so I think I feel better about that.
Considering what's happening in America, a black woman is a likely Democratic nominee for president, and who's also a fan of yours. She gave you a shout out.
Yes.
In September. So, is there any more significance to carrying the flag under this current climate?
Yeah, I would say no, just because I feel like the Olympics are their own thing in a way, and I think that sport and if in our nation, if anything, can bring people together. And I feel like in the past, at least this year, there's obviously been a lot of political turmoil on both sides. So I think for me, when I look at this opportunity, I think of it as something completely separate, and I am proud to represent my country. I'm proud to be American. So I think I think Olympics is a unique opportunity where the country can unite. And yes, I would like to separate, I guess, politics out of it, but obviously it is an honor that the vice president and presidential nominee is a fan of mine, and I hope to meet her one day.
The divided America, and it seems like that's what you're getting at. Like, so what do you think, just simply being you, watching your teammates, having USA across your chest at this time can mean for people who are thinking about things that are more serious?
Hello? Okay. I think sport just brings joy and around the world, and I think for Americans specifically, there's no team in a way where it's like NFL where somebody wins, somebody loses. I think in Olympics is a unique opportunity where everybody's cheering for Team USA, or Americans are cheering for Team USA, and I think this is a good opportunity for just our country to come together and stand behind something. And obviously amongst the athletes, we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different walks of life, we all believe different things. But at the end of the day, we're all proud to be here, be an Olympian, represent Team USA. And that's what, similar, I guess, to Steph, is that I think what I want to do during my Olympic experience. And I think if you're a fan of me, you know what I stand for. And so I just stand for just having a positive Olympic experience, doing my best I can, and hopefully bringing a lot of medals home.
Describe what that means a little bit, and you were saying that people were coming up to congratulate you. Anyone in particular that was particularly exciting for you to get to talk to?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Probably my favorite people I've spoken to so far is the U.S. women's gymnastics team. I'm all fans of all of them, and obviously meeting Simone Biles was really cool. I met Katie Ledecky in the elevator, and that was really cool. It was so random. I saw her at the dining hall, but I didn't want to come up to her, but she was super nice, and she was like, yeah, I saw you guys, and she's like, don't be scared to come up, and she always wears a hat, so I don't think a lot of people recognize her with the hat on and everything, but I did. So those were my two favorite people that I've met so far, and I've gotten a lot of pens. I am thriving in the village. I feel like a little kid, like trick-or-treating on Halloween. I have like at least 20 pens on me at all times, and yesterday I think I gave away like over 30 probably. I went from 0 pens to I think I'm at like 30 now, so I'm thriving. Well, I think for me, that's my shock response. If you couldn't tell at US Open. I think it's just a shock response for me personally, but also I think it's just an emotional thing because just the process. I think I maybe would have been less emotional if it's like a committee that picks it, or something more on the higher ups or whatever, but the fact that it's my peers and Olympians and athletes and Team USA that came together and voted for me to do that, it means a lot more because I just don't realize how many people believe in me. And honestly, I was telling my teammates, I knew Chris nominated me, but I escaped it from my mind because I thought I had no shot. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, I'm not even thinking about this. And so it was a complete shock. I didn't know what was going on with that speech, if you couldn't tell. But it's just an emotional thing because I'm very honored and I don't take it lightly.
When you were little, did you grow up watching them on TV? And if so, do you think the Olympics still has the same popularity that it had when you were younger?
Yeah, my first Olympics that I remember watching was 2012. I would like to say it was in London. and I believe Serena won, and so that was my first Olympic memory. I mean, I've probably watched 2008, I don't know, I was 4, so I don't remember, but 2012 was the first thing, and yeah, I watch every year. It's my most exciting time. I get excited especially when the Summer Olympics come around, so to be an Olympian, I knew that it was definitely a no-brainer for me to do this opportunity, and I can't wait to compete and just try my best and I have the honor of doing all 3 events, so I'm really excited.
All of the sessions we've been in today, mental health has come up, and your name and Simone's have come up as people who inspired others to talk more or to seek help. And I'm wondering if you feel that, or people even bring it up to you, other athletes, that is.
I mean, I wouldn't say this like Olympics, so no one's brought it up to me, but definitely like online, or even some people I've met in person. Yeah, and I think it's very important. I think Simone, for me, was one of the first people I've heard talk about it on such a stage, and honestly, I think she was, for me, the first athlete that I saw actually like take a break and did what's best for her. I think a lot of times as athletes, we kind of put our sport above our well-being, and so for her to be like, hey, I know I'm not fit for this at this moment, but I'm gonna take the time I need and come back even stronger. And I think that just shows resilience. I think that shows strength, and yeah, and I think it's very important, as important as your physical health, and especially just being in, gymnastics is basically an individual sport like tennis, and being in that field, you don't always have teammates to lean on, you don't have, people to rely on, you can't nobody can take your spot, so even if you're not feeling well, you still have to go out there and compete. So I think, honestly, meeting her just was like a great thing for me too. And she was like, yeah, I already knew, so I was like, yeah, that's great, but I'm glad that they'll be able to come and be here, and yeah, I know they're excited.
What will it mean for you to have them in the stands?
Oh, it mean a lot. I don't know if I can see them. I mean, it mean a lot, but also at the same time, I know they're always watching, whether they could be here in person or on TV. I know that their support means a lot, but I'm grateful that they could be here, and I know that they're trying to enjoy the full Olympic experience, not just the tennis, and the opening ceremony was one of the things that they both wanted to attend.
What have they told you from the athlete's perspective about what it's going to be like on the barge, and how this role as flag bearer, how you might be in a different position, you're wearing a different blazer, just your understanding and your thoughts about being an athlete going down 6 kilometers of the River Seine?
I wish I had answers for you, but I have nothing. I have no idea what we're supposed to do. The only thing I know is the jacket, and I only know that because they like showed it to me. So yeah, I have no clue. I wish I knew. I don't know who to talk to, but I'm sure they're gonna set me up tomorrow at least. And I'm excited though to be on the sand, and I'm really, from all the mock graphics, it looks like it's gonna be a great experience. So I'm excited to, feel it in real life.